Hello, how you doing? Santos, your friend over here from Wealth Harbor, your channel about financial education. And I have been getting a few messages in the last few days after the last video. And some people they were telling me a little bit, like, or asking me how is that, and I didn't know much about money. And I had my own business, and I was running my own business for 8 years. And I think, like, that's a very good question. Like, some people, they were saying, like, hey, if that was me, I will never start a business without the financial education, and knowing what to do with money and stuff. And let me tell you, that's life, my friend. Sometimes you can wait for the perfect moment to start. That's the truth. And when I was 22 years old, that's what I did, And now, after many years or having that experience with my previous business, like, I realized that also the other business owners that I was working with, because we are talking about the same type of business, right? Running a kiteboarding school. They also, let's say 50% of them, they didn't know much about it as well, right? And the reason why I know about this, like, and I can tell, like, with that I'm sure about it, is because 50% of them, they are not running the business anymore. So, see, that's the thing. And back in the day, I didn't have that knowledge, but man, I had that dream. I had the dream, pretty much, the desire of having owning my own business, right? And maybe you are thinking, but how do you make it so long, for 4 years? Maybe that was some of the questions that people were asking me, like, how do you make it for 8 years in a row? So one of the reasons is because in the first 4 to 5 years, we were pretty much having so much look, I think, also in terms of weather, but also it wasn't a lot of competition. That's the other thing. When we started, it was not much competition. So we had like 4 to 5 years with less competition, and we were innovating on the field. So that put us in a good position in terms of competition. We're innovating, we were teaching with different methods and all the kind of stuff, like different tools and stuff, and we were better. Like, our system was better. We had more technology, and that's how we were doing so good. And at the same time, we were not trying to scale in a faster way. I think that was one of the main mistakes, that we were trying to scale in a faster way, but because I didn't have that knowledge that I'm talking about, then I couldn't find a way how to invest the money the right way. Money and energy. So that's what it happened, So that's how we had 5 years an amazing 5 years. We had so much profits. We were investing that money into the business, right? And we were growing. We grow so much in 5 years. Grow so much. But then we try to scale it faster, right? So let's say, yeah, pretty much we try to scale it like 100% in a year. Like, how can we double it, right? And then we were facing so many different difficulties also. Now, in the business that I was, one of the main issues is the people, like the workers, right? Because to keep the standards, the high quality standards that we were holding, we needed to have really good instructors, like people that they have experience on the sport, but not only the experience, but people who can really stay consistency in the way they teach, but also knowing how to teach. So we were facing issues with that, because even people with certifications of being instructors, like certified instructors, they didn't know how to teach, or they were not really that consistent. Let's say meaning consistency in the teaching world, meaning like you can you're gonna put that same amount of energy every single time, not like only Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday you're gonna put some amount of energy, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then this goes down, the energy, the approach, and you're taking your people and all of that. So we had that problem, and also because the sport is not that popular, we needed to bring people from other countries. So imagine that. So we invested on bringing people from other countries, and then they ended up not being good workers, and now we're stuck. We needed to fire them, or we need to replace them because it was cheaper or it was more expensive to keep working with that people. So it was hard. A bad instructor, they may break a tool that costs $5,000, and now you're $5,000 in red numbers. So that was a hard business. That was a very hard business. We were facing a lot of difficulties when we were trying to scale the business. And the thing for someone like me, like I'm always hungry in terms of like, how can we get better, right? How can we do better? How can we see this thing in a different way so we can teach people, people can learn faster, they can improve faster, and always trying to find that. We were finding those methods, but then we couldn't grow in the same pace with the instructors or with the working people. Like every single member of the team, they needed to have a specific training about the sport. Because I don't know if you know about this sport, but this sport is very dangerous. Like if something goes wrong, someone can go to the hospital. Like if someone is not doing their job, if they don't know what they are doing properly, they don't do it at the right time, someone can get hurt. Someone can go to the hospital, and even worse, someone could die. And I was lucky that didn't happen during those 8 years. But man, there were few close calls, and I'm glad nothing really happened. But those calls were exactly with that people that they were not prepared. They didn't have that same quality, high standards that our business was holding. So that's one of the other things we were facing, the human part of the business, right? Human resources, how to manage people, how to find the right people. So as you can see, and probably you are a business owner, or you are thinking to start your journey with your own business, and so many different elements, but I know that if I will have that knowledge of finances and knowing what to do with the money, where to put it and where to put it and all that kind of stuff, it will be a completely different game. Now, of course, the human part of it is also big, but that's the thing. You want to be able to scale your business, get to the point where you are outside of the operation of a business, so then you can manage the people. That's something, and I didn't see that when I was doing this business a few years ago. Then I was still trying to scale the business, but I was still doing that little work and someone needed to do and stuff like that. Yeah, I was delegating those responsibilities, right? But as a leader, you wanna show that you are there, every day doing your best. But maybe I know that was one of my mistakes. And instead of showing that, doing those little roles, the best way for me to invest that energy was into the numbers, into the advertising, into the what's the feedback from the clients, right? Like looking at all of this, like what is this? Hey, this member is dropping, let's say this instructor is dropping the performance. What's happening? Is this person happy? Is not happy? Hey, this other guy in this position is not, performing good. We broke this, we broke that. What's happening? What's the reason why this guy is not performing good, right? So that's something that I couldn't really understand before, but now I know that when you are scaling your business, that's something that if you really want to be a business owner, that's where you want to get. And maybe not right there. Actually, once you are a real business owner, you also want to outsource that, right? Like you want someone who can take care of all of those things. But at first, you really want to know the whole thing of your business. You really want to know how to handle people. Like you want to know your team pretty much. And well, that was one of my other mistakes running my business. The mistakes I made. And I think coming back to the point, like how is that? And we were in business for such a long time, 8 years. I mean, 8 years, it's a good amount of time. And I think the other reason is, like the passion I have for the sport, the passion I had for the art of teaching, the way that I can make someone else better. I can with my experience, the knowledge I have, I can change someone else. I can change someone else's life, in a good way. So and that was so powerful for me, like being able to share all of that knowledge. And you can see people that they are learning in a sport, and I don't know, 40-50% of the people that I was teaching now, they have completely different lives because of the sport. I mean, in a good, positive way, right? So seeing that every year, kind of like people coming back and like, hey man, like I had such a great time, and now I'm doing my sport in my country, and I'm having a great time. Now I want you to teach my wife, or I want you to teach my best friend, or and then clients coming back with an entire family when they were along, and and stuff like that. Like that was big, man. Like that was a good motivation for me. Like when people will come back, and they will bring their family members or their friends, because they had a good time with us in the business, but also they had a different life because of the sport. That was pretty big. So that was one of the things that it kept me going, for sure. That was something that it was like feeding something inside of me. Then it was helping me to keep pushing forward. Let's keep going. We're gonna make this thing happen. But like I said before, I think that hungry of scaling the business in a faster pace, I think that's what it really didn't went well. And the lack of knowledge, those things is what it made things go bad. So anyway, I'm here sharing all of this with you. I believe I'm not the only one out there who is running their own business and facing issues like this, and having a hard time keeping the business alive. Hey, there's always a learning lesson in every of those hard moments, or if you want to call them failures, right? I was talking about failure in my previous video before, but it's all about knowing where are you having hard time. That's an indicator that is telling you, hey, we need to improve here. So I'm here. This is our channel where we can share experiences. We can share what's happening in our financial lives, and it's all about putting the information on the table so we can learn about it. And it's really important for us to face those problems, to face the reality, because sometimes it's true. I was there one point, that things are not going well, but you don't want to look at the numbers, or you don't want to do the research, so then you find out why it's not going well, right? But you have to do it. You gotta do it. So if you're in that situation, and I encourage you to do it. Take your time. Maybe you need to take a few weeks or maybe a month out of your business. Take some courage, go somewhere, clear your mind, put that passion, put that those emotions on the side. Put them on the side. Don't worry, it's fine. Put them on the side and look at every single detail of your business really cold. Be really cold, like you're an investor on your business. What is an investor? Like, what is all about the investor? Like, they want profits. That's it. Investors, they want to put this amount of money, and they want to know how much and when they're gonna get their return. That's it. Okay, so that's how you want to look at it. Like, you're an investor, you're gonna go all the way. You're gonna go all the way to find out what's happening in your business, what's going on, what's going well, what's going wrong. Find those numbers. Find that chain that is broken, and if you can fix it, go and do it. Go and fix it. But it's really important. You have to know it, you have to face it, and you have to take action. before it's too late, my friend, because one of the hardest thing owning a business is when you tell your team there's no more business, like then they gotta go somewhere else to find a job. That's one of the hardest thing to do. So it's better for you to find out those broken parts of your business and fix them, because you may regret in a few years later, months. So take your time, put those emotions on the side, and just do it, okay? Piece of paper, write it down. Maybe you want to get together with your accountant or, you know, your manager. I don't know. Put together the people, the right people, okay? And do it. Okay, so anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you very much one more time to sticking into all the way to this video. Thanks for sharing this moment. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thanks a lot. Here is your friend Santos. This is our channel, Wealth Harbor, and we're here to learn, we're here to share. So please share in the comments below what's your situation, if you already found out what's going on in your business, what's wrong, or maybe something you find out a few months ago on something is flipping the coin and is going really well right now. So why not share it as well? I would love to hear it, and you know, let me know how things are going and keep it up. Let's keep moving forward. Remember, progress, my friend, progress. 1% better, 1% better than yesterday. So that's the goal, little by little, step by step. So take care and see you in the next video.